Hello students, so today in this video we will discuss theorem 2 in limits and derivatives chapter. So let's get started. So the theorem says if n is any rational number and a is a real number, then prove that limit extends to a xn minus an upon x minus a is equals to na power n minus 1. Here we have to prove that limit extends to a xn minus a power n divided by x minus value is na power n minus 1. Okay. So in the statement they have given n as rational number. What do you mean by rational number? A number of the form p by q where q is not equal to 0, p comma q or integers is called rational number, right? That's what we have studied in our high school, right? But we have one more definition. The number which is recurring and terminating is called rational number. Is called rational number. For example, 1 by 2. See, tell me the decimal expansion of 1 by 2. Decimal expansion of 1 by 2 is 0.5, right? So see, after point we have 5. This is terminating, right? After point the number is terminating. So this is a rational number because 1 by 2 is rational number because it is terminating. It is terminating, right? Okay. It should satisfy either recurring property or terminating property. First of all, what do you mean by recurring? Recurring means the number should repeat. For example, 1 by 3. Decimal form of 1 by 3 is 0.3333 and so on. So here 3 is repeating. So this 3 can be written as 3 bar because 3 is repeating. So I will write this as 3 bar. Okay. So this 1 by 3 is recurring. 1 by 3 after point we have 0 point, we have after point we have 3333. 3 is repeating. Repeating means recurring. So the number 1 by 3 is recurring, repeating. So this is a rational number. 1 by 3 is rational number. It should satisfy either of the properties. Either it should be recurring or it is repeating. Here 1 by 2 either it should be recurring or it should be terminating. Okay. So here 1 by 2 is terminating. So it is satisfying terminating property. So this is a rational number. Here 1 by 3 is repeating. So it is satisfying recurring property. So this is a rational number. It should satisfy either of these properties. Okay. Either it should be recurring or it should be terminating. Here 1 by 2 is terminating. So it is a rational number. 1 by 3 is repeating. So this is a rational number. Okay. So this is about rational number. Here in the statement they have given that n is rational number. So this is the definition of rational number. Okay. And in the statement they have given a as real number. Real number means union of rational and irrational numbers is called real number, right? There is, and one more definition is there, that is a number which can be plotted on the number line is called real number. Plotted on the number line is called real number. For example, number line, it should be plotted on the number line. We should indicate that point in the number line. Okay. For example, see 2. We can plot 2 in the number line, right? So this is a real number. So we denote real numbers as capital R. Okay. Here we can plot 2 in number line. So 2 is a real number. Okay. Next 2.5. We can plot 2.5 also, right? See here we can plot 2.5. So this is a real number. We can write 3 also. 0 point here 0, 0.5. So we can plot all these numbers in number line. So this is about real numbers. A number which can be plotted on the number line is called real number. Okay. In the statement they have given a as real number. Okay. Now we have to prove that limit extends to a x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a is equals to na power 1 n minus 1. Okay. First we will consider this numerator. What we have in the numerator? We have x power n minus a power n in the numerator, right? So write x power n minus a power n. Okay. Now if we take n equal to 2 here, it will become x square minus a square, right? So this is of the form a square minus b square, and its formula is a plus b a minus b. So it can be written as x minus a, x plus a, right? So we have a square minus b square. Its formula is a minus b, a plus b. Here we have x square minus a square, right? So x square minus a square. In place of a we have x, right? So x minus. In place of b we have a. So a minus a. In place of a we have x plus. In place of b we have a. So this is what I have written. Okay. Now if n equal to 3, it becomes x cube minus a cube. So the formula for a cube minus b cube is a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. Here we have x cube minus x cube. So here in place of a we have x, and in place of b we have a. So in place of a we have x, so x square. In place of a we have x, and in place of b we have a, and in place of b again we have a. So b square means a square. So the formula for x cube minus a cube is x minus a, x square plus xa plus a square, right? Now observe this. If I take n equal to 2, x minus a, we have got x minus a. If I take n equal to 3, we have got x minus a. So observe this, x minus a is repeating, right? Now observe this. Here we have 3, here we have 2. So it is reducing by one number, right? First we have 3 and here we have 2. So it is reducing by 1. Okay. Now observe x. First x power 2 we have, next x power 1. Now if nothing is there, that means 1, right? So if nothing is there, so I am writing this formula once again. So here we have x square plus xa plus a square. Like this we have, right? If a square means a square into 1, right? If nothing is there, it means 1, right? So x power 0 value is 1, right? So this 1 can be written as x power 0. Now observe, first we have x square, next x power 1, next we have x power 2. First here we have s power 3 minus a power 3. For here we have 3 and now we have 2. See, 3 is reducing by 2. It is reducing by one number, right? So now observe x. First we have x square, next x power 1, next we have x power 0. You observe x is decreasing, x is decreasing, right? Likewise observe a. First we have a power 1, a power 2. Here x square into 1, that means x square means x square into 1, right? So this 1 can be written as a power 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1, right? So I have written a power 0. See, now observe a power 0, a power 1, a power 2. A is increasing. See, x is decreasing and a is increasing, right? Now observe. Here we have x square, right? Here we have x square and we have a square. So what power we have in x, the same power we have in a, okay? Now we'll do it for n equal to 4, okay? If n equal to 4, it will become this one become x power 4 minus a power 4. This 4 can be written as 2 whole power 2 minus a power 2 whole power 2. So again this is of the form a square minus b square. So its formula is a plus b, a minus b. So in place of x we have a, we have x square, right? So x square plus a square, again x square minus a square, right? Now again this is of the form a square minus b square. Its formula is a plus b, a minus b. First x square plus a square as it is. So it can be written as x minus a, x plus a, or x plus a, x minus a, right? So now observe, if I take n equal to 2, we have x minus a first. Likewise, if I take n equal to 3, we have x minus a as first. Likewise, if I take n equal to 4, what should be the first? X minus a should be first, right? So I have written x minus a in first. Now put this x square plus a square, x plus a. So don't change x minus a, keep it as it is, multiply these two. Okay, multiply. X square into x is x cube, right? X square into a is x square a plus this one a square x and this one plus a cube, right? Now observe. Here we have x power 4 minus a power 4. In x cube we have 3 is reduced by 2, right? 1 power is reducing by 1, right? So now here we have 4 and here we have 3. So it is reducing by 1 number, right? Here we have 4, now 3, right? What I have told, x is decreasing and a is increasing. Now observe, x square, x cube, x square, again x power 1, nothing is there means x power 0, right? So x is decreasing. Now observe a power 1, a power 2, a power 3 and here a power 0, right? Nothing is there means it is 1. Anything to the power of 0 is 1, right? So I have written a power 0. Now a is increasing. And one more thing what I have told, what power we have in x, the same power we will have in a, right? So here we have x cube, same here we have a cube, right? So this is the process. So this is the process, the problem is following, right? If I take n equal to 3, x is decreasing and a is increasing, and what power we have in the first variable, the same power what power we have in x, the same power we will have in a. That means the last number a, okay? Now follow the same process for x power n minus a power n. If I take n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, x minus a is common, right? X minus a will be in first place, okay? Now what I have told, if I have 4, here we will have 3, right? It is reducing by 1. Now here we have n. That means here we will have n minus 1, okay? Next, n minus 1 is reducing by 1. That means n minus 1 minus 1, right? So that is n minus 2. N minus 2 is again reducing by 1. So we have n minus 3. N minus 3 is again reducing by 1. So we have n minus x power n minus 4 and so on. Last term is x power 0. And what I have told, a is increasing, right? So first we have a power 0, a power 1, a power 2. What I have told, for the last number a, what power we have in x, the same power will be there in a. So first write a. Here we have n minus 1. So here also we will have n minus 1 as power, okay? So this is the process. So in the theorem we have to prove its value is n a power n minus 1. So proof. So we have got limit x tends to a, put as it is. So we have got x power n minus a power n as x minus a, right? Next x power n minus 1, x power n minus 2, x power n minus 3 and so on. It's reducing by so on up to x power 0. Now a is increasing, right? So there is no need for writing a power 0 and x power 0. I just explain you to make you understand, okay? If you write also there is no problem, okay? Now here we have a power 1, a power 2 and so on. What power will have in x, the same power we have in a, right? So a power n minus 1 and bracket close divided by x minus a, okay? We have to prove this, the value of this function is this, okay? So I am considering this. Now x minus a gets cancelled. Since x is tending to a, put a in place of x. So a power n minus 1, a as it is, a power n minus 2, again a square, a power n minus 3 and so on up to a power n minus 1, okay? Now in high school they have taught you that if bases are same, powers can be added, right? So here we have a and here also we have a. The power of this one is 1, right? So 1 plus n minus 2, n as it is, 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So a power n minus 1. Again add these two, 2 plus n minus 3 and 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So here we have n minus 1 and so on up to a power n minus 1, okay? Now observe how many times we have a, okay? So here we are starting from 1 and so on up to a power n minus 1. So here we have a how many times? N minus 1 times. Here we have a how many times? N minus 1. And one more. Here also we have a power 0, right? So one more a is there. So plus 1. So totally we have how many s? We have n s. Okay. That okay. We how many s we have? We have n s. Okay. Now here we have a power n minus 1 as common, right? So take it outside. If I take a power n minus 1 outside, what will we get? We'll get 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on up to 1, right? So here how many a's we have? For example, see, if I have 1 plus 1 plus 1, how this can be written in multiplication form? See, here we have 1 how many times? 1, 2, 3. 3. We have 3 into which number we have? Here we have 1. So we'll write 1 plus 1 plus 1 as 3 into 1, right? Likewise, if I have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, how many times we have this 2? 4 times. Into which number we have? We have 2. So what will we do here is, first we'll write the number, how many times the number is repeating. Here we have 2, how many times? We have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. First write the number. So 4 into 2. Here how many times we have? 1. That means a. Here we are taking a as common, right? So how many times here we have a? We have n into the number we have 1. So n into 1. A power n minus 1. A power n minus 1. N into 1 is n. It can also be written as n a power n